here in Baylor. He's never led one here, I don't think, and we're excited about that. And then we are excited about another young man that leads a song tonight. That's Mr. Alex. And so we're so excited about these young guys that are new to this, and they're trying their wings. And then Mr. Josh is going to lead us in an invitation song. AJ and Cody, Brody and Baylor, Alex, and then Josh is going to lead the invitation.
We'll be singing 349, 349, 10,000 Angels, first verse. Found the hands of Jesus in the garden where he prayed. They led him through the streets and shade. They sat upon the Savior, so pure and free from sin. They said, "Crucify and peace to wait." He could have called 10,000 angels to the shore of world and set him free. He could have called 10,000 angels, but he died alone for you and me.
Jesus loves me. 10:14. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Tell me something.
548 to Lily of the Valley, verse 4. First verse.
548. Tell them again.
548 to Lily of the Valley, first verse.
Yeah, you ready?
Oh, I have found a
And a
friend
friend
in
in
Jesus.
He's everything to me.
He's the fairest of 10,000 to my soul.
The
Lily of the valley,
in him
alone I see.
all I need is when him make him fully whole. And sorrow leaves my
Comfort and trouble leaves my stay.
he tells me every peril in to roll. He's the
Lily of the valley,
the bright and morning star.
he's the fairest of 10,000 to my
soul.
Howdy, everybody. How y'all doing? Good to hear. If y'all would, y'all go ahead and turn to Hebrews chapter 12. That's where we'll be, and just hold your finger right there for a minute. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I had this opportunity. I'm glad it was given to me. And I'm thrilled to be able to present a message before y'all. Hopefully y'all could take something away from it. Well, y'all like stories, because I'm going to tell one. I hope y'all like stories. So, I would say about a month ago, I think it was, about a month and a half ago, I had the privilege just being over at London's like I do occasionally, just going out to eat, hanging out with him, that Bailey Sanford sitting over there, he just now started getting into deer hunting pretty heavily. And, you know, me having some more experience than he does, whenever I went over there, he asked me some advice. He was like, hey, man, can you come look at some of my deer stands and see where I got cameras and corn? Just help me out and see kind of what pointers you want to see. So I did. I followed him. We loaded up on the four-wheeler, and we just drove around those spots, and I told him I'd put it right here. You know, the wind's going to be blowing at this time or this way, and you got to have deer, and you got to have traffic coming through right here. And we went to another spot and did the same thing. And about that time, as we're coming back into London's driveway, it's about dark now. It's about like 6:45, so we got the lights on the four-wheeler on. And as we're pulling in to the driveway, there's deer there. And I'm like, what are the odds, you know? He's been out hunting multiple times, not seen a thing, and then we're pulling in the driveway and there they are. But unfortunately, where they were not on London's property. So he was all amped up. He's like, dude, I don't have a gun, I don't have nothing. They're there, those are the deer I've been hunting, but I can't do nothing about it. So I said, back the four-wheeler up, drive over there to him, push him onto London's property, and then we'll drive back around, and we'll sit there, and they'll cross the power line, and we'll sit and wait for him right there. So we did. He pushed them, and they started heading away just like we planned. It was almost perfect. And Bailey, as soon as we get to London's house, he rushes inside, grabs his gun, and he's pumped, you can tell. So we go, and right where they're going to come out at, we sit down in some thicket and just wait. 10 minutes goes by, nothing. 20 minutes goes by, nothing. But about the 35-minute mark, Bailey starts tapping me, and we're all kneeling, and our feet are hurting from kneeling so much. And he's like, dude, I just don't think they're going to do it. And we still got some daylight, and I was like, man, just be patient. I promise you, they're going to come out right there. And just about like we're getting tired, it's getting dark, deer walks out. Another deer walks out. And a big deer walks out. Big old doe. And Bailey, he's shaking. He's like, dude, there's a deer right there. And I was like, I know, get ready on him. Get on him. And then make the shot. Come out. He's sitting there watching it. It's 1:45 because we can't really make a shot on it yet. And it turns perfectly broadside. And I ain't never seen somebody do this on their first deer. Bro freehands that thing and drops it right there. I ain't never seen it. And he's pumped. He's like, dude, that's my first deer. Can you believe that? We're shaking. And I'm hyping him up, and we're like, all right. And so we rack another shell till something else comes out. And what do you know? Another deer comes out. He's like, dude, throws me the gun. You don't throw it to me, you know. We're more safe than that. But he's like, dude, you shoot that one. So it walks out, and I shoot it. But I'm not as good as him. I didn't drop mine. Mine ran off. But, and we're all pumped, and then, so we rack another shell, and we just kind of sit there for a minute, kind of just realize what just happened. It happened so fast, and we're both pumped, and it's so awesome just to be able to share that moment with him. And as we walk over to his deer, we finally let it die, and sorry, I don't mean to be so, like, you know, horrific or nothing, but this is what happened, so I'm just telling you the truth. So anyways, so we dragged the deer over, his deer. We kind of let mine die for a little bit longer because I don't know how good of a shot it was. It was dark, probably illegal shooting hour times, but I did shoot the deer. So, but anyways, we drag it over to a hanging rack, and I'll show him how to gut it, all this stuff, and it's a cool experience just to share with somebody. And so we get it gutted, and he's watching me and learning, and he was all right. Now we need to go find your deer. And by this time, it's like dark. dark, dark time. So we get our headlamps on, we clean up, get our rifle, get our guns, and we start heading that way. We're trying to find the spot where I shot it, trying to find something, find blood. And it turns out I gut shot it. And I don't know how many of y'all know that, but when you gut shot a deer, it don't bleed that much. So it's hard to find blood. So we're sitting around maybe 10, 15 minutes just looking for a drop of blood, and we found some. And as we start to find this blood, we're trying to find a little bit more at a time. We see we're rubbing up on limbs and trees, and we're finding blood. But being a gut shot, it's hard. You'll find blood, and then you'll lose it. Find blood, lose it for another long time. So that's the process. That's what it looks like. And on top of that, it's cold. There's thorns out there. We're getting stuck. All kinds of thorns in our hands. And fell, like on his face, fell, like rolled over, fell. It was hilarious. You had to be there. Emery witnessed it, but he did fall. But eventually, as we're following the blood trail, we find some, and eventually we find the deer. Boys congratulating me and all things, and we drag it up steep hill up London's got, and we got that deer. And it was kind of all so fast. We just killed like back. Took
seated for just a minute. It is a pleasure to see each of you here this evening worshiping and serving our God. We've got quite a few announcements to make. First of all, we're thankful to young men that are able to speak and teach in the name of God. And I guess you have the patience to lead our prayer, Bailey, then. Bailey's got our prayer in a second. Fortitude to do that. If you would, keep in mind those that are on our sick list. Two to add to that, or to make mention of, Dwayne Head. He had knee surgery this past week. He's recovering well, but be mindful of that. Also, Rita Morris, she was visiting with us this last Sunday. She's going to be having shoulder surgery this coming Friday, I believe. So if you would be mindful of her and the surgeons that are going to be working on her. Again, quite an extensive prayer list for you to keep in mind. Any updates or additions to that? Updates or additions to our prayer list? All right, by way of announcements, keep in mind all of the youth events. February 16th, this coming Sunday, Bible Bowl at Curry. February 2nd will be the East Walker Kids. That's the young kids, right? East Walker Kids, Friends, and Frozen Yogurt, 12 p.m. at the building here in the Fellowship Hall. Then February 23rd, the kids will be serving our widows and widowers at Valentine's Banquet. So if you are going to you see Taylor and get more information about that. Also, the lock-in will be February 28th and still need some chaperones for that. I want to go ahead and thank everybody for Monday night for the Masters. I think we had a great turnout, a lot of cards that were written. I'm still working through them, so it's always good when I have too much of those to process. So thank y'all for that. Also, Wings Bible Study. This will be at the home of Kelly Black. This is the ladies, that's correct. The Wings, okay, so ladies, be aware of that. This coming Saturday, we will be having our Men's Day with Miles Stutz. It will be at 8 a.m. and going till around noon. So, men, if you would be aware of that, plan on attending. I guess benefit from that. We're looking at it from the standpoint of, are we strong enough? What do we men need to be strong and godly in the world that we face? Then ladies, your Ladies' Day will be March the 8th, so keep that in mind. Debbie, how do you say that last name? Doopy? Okay, Debbie Doopy. So keep that in mind. I think there's flyers on the Welcome Center in the back for all of this that we've discussed. Anything else before we dismiss the classes tonight? Bailey, if you want.